everybody? It's me, it's AlexisMaurice, and my co-host, Mr.
Trei Hollywood.
And it is time for an all-new episode of The Wine Up. And we are talking, again, all things The Real Housewives of Potomac and Married2Med Season 10. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass of wine. Tonight, I'm drinking on some water.
Oh,
no. Trei, are you drinking on anything tonight either?
No, this is my dry month. So we got a couple more days and then I'll be back to drinking.
Oh, gosh. So go ahead and pour yourself a glass
Don't
of
do
wine.
that because you took your little rest one time before it was recorded and I respected it.
I ain't say nothing. Take your little dry month or whatever you want to have, huh? Just be dry, okay? I'm not taking anything because I'm on some medication right now. So that's why I'm not drinking tonight. Okay. Trei's just drinking because he's just dry as hell, child. Before we begin, make sure that you like this video on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Please make sure that you comment below and let us know what you're thinking and share this video on all of your social media platforms. So Trei, before we begin, how was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was great. This was the first great Thanksgiving in a long time. My son was with me, so he got to hang out with his cousins.
Was this his first Thanksgiving being with your family?
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it was exciting.
Good.
He was shy. He's a shy individual, which I understand where he gets it from because his parents not shy, but you know, in time he'll warm up.
Right, well good. I'm glad that you guys had a good first Thanksgiving together. How old is your son again?
12.
12 years old.
Almost a teenager. What was yours?
My Thanksgiving was good, except I was sick the entire time. I had kind of started getting a cold a little bit thanks to Cyteria, who passing out these nasty germs. So I got me sick. Now, I caught myself trying to, kick it out my system before I got to Columbia. But by the time I got home, child, it was a mess. Still a little stuffy, but I am far better than what I was, when I first got home. I spent most of my break on my mama's couch watching TV up under the covers, doped up.
You know what? You're not the only one that I heard was sick over the Thanksgiving break. You're like the fifth person. I was like, I didn't really get to celebrate my Thanksgiving because I was sick on the couch at my mama's house, sick.
I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of ripping and running and working and stuff like that lately. So it probably was good that I actually got to rest. My mom even said that. But I did not plan to spend the entire break down. I wanted to visit people. I wanted to hang out a little bit. And to make matters worse, child, I pulled a muscle in my back too. So I guess maybe the fatigue and that just kind of contributed to it. I had to go to the emergency room. I had to get shot. Like I said, but I'm on medicine and stuff like that now. So
you need to sit the fuck down.
Well, listen, that's what I was doing, and my ass sitting the fuck down, and I still pulled a muscle. But I'm feeling better. So let's talk about Married2Med. So the last 2 episodes, it's been a lot of shit going on. Okay, we got a surprise guest / ex-wife who showed up at the new fiance's, the ex-husband. Child, it's a mess. Hey. Things we saw is that Quad dropped in on Sweet T's bachelorette party, which was thrown by Toya.
In conjunction with Phaedra.
Okay? So imagine you having a bachelorette party. Your girlfriends are there. You got men strippers, filling all on your titties, rubbing your feet, all of that good stuff. You got drinks. You got food. Everybody's in their lingerie, their negligee, looking sexy. And your friend who is throwing the party, Phaedra tiptoes out. And when she tiptoes back in, bitch, she brings Miss Quad with her. Trei,
Miss Quad.
You have been looking forward to this messy moment since we saw the preview. What did you think, or how did you feel when you saw Quad walk through that door?
I loved it. It was kind of like a whole breath of fresh air. It was like a different experience, like an out-of-body experience type thing. What? Where she just came in and just made her presence like, hey, y'all, I'm here. I have arrived. Miss Quad. She came with gifts. You got to give her that. She came with a gift. The new bride.
She did.
The new bride wanted her to sit by her. She was excited. The most bothered person was Toya. Toya seemed very bothered, touched, and unhinged to the fact that Quad was there. And I love the fact that Quad didn't even let it bother her. She basically said, I was invited by Phaedra. She addressed the new bride. She didn't say nothing to Toya. Would you like me to leave? I think she handled it it correctly. And if you even think about some of the stuff after that, Quad said, they called me, I do a scene, I get a check, whatever the case. She did what she was supposed to do. I love it. She came in looking good, like always, and she left like she was supposed to. You didn't like it?
I call bullshit. No, I do not like that. I felt that was completely inappropriate. Now, one thing about me, know, I'm the king of getting people in a room together who normally wouldn't be together. I'm the king of doing that or whatever.
Right.
But I think it was out of pocket for not only Phaedra to do, I think it was out of pocket for Quad to do, and I think it was sort of kind of out of pocket for the producers. Now, just to kind of give a little bit of history, at this particular point in their filming, Quad hadn't been filming with the other lady at all. She was only been filming with Phaedra. And we all remember Quad was kind of holding out a little bit this season at the beginning of the filming because, okay, you gonna bring my ex-husband and his new fiance on this show, run me my coin. Give me some more money, okay? So this was the first time that all of them saw Quad, hence why Dr. Heavenly was so excited to see her. I don't care how excited a person is to see somebody. You coming to your ex-husband's new fiance bachelor party, that's some snake shit. And you can't tell me, Trey, if you were getting married to somebody right now, and I walk into your bachelor party with one of your exes, you would not be happy about that.
So this is the thing. This is the difference, right? So any of my exes, I feel like you would have met through me, right? Correct? Right. However, in the situation with Phaedra and Quad, they had already been friends prior to this situation with the new woman, right? So I feel like
have nothing to do with nothing, Trey.
But Maurice, if you was friends with somebody before I was with them, and then you happen to still invite them to my new person's whatever, that's a decision that you would make because you know what, you were friends with this person. I don't think Quad had any kind of ill intent. Like she said, she wanted to come there and basically bless, give her, not even that she had to, give her the blessings that I don't have any beef with you.
It ain't necessary.
It's no problem with you. I wish you the best. And also, it's her job. She come to get a check. She came with a gift. So give her that.
And she could have walked away and said, I am not going to do this scene. Absolutely not. Because any of those other women would not appreciate getting bulldozed like that. I was kind of with Toya too now. Now, wait a minute, bitch. Now, you was upset with us because when we had the event, we were talking about Quad. People was talking about Quad. Now, when Quad show up, you kind of like, hey, Quad, come sit down next to me. Bitch. Keep that same energy that you had before. But now that Quad here, you acting like a full fan.
Let's talk about another thing at that bachelorette party. What do you think about the whole interaction between sweet tea and sour tea? Like when her and her twin started getting into an argument.
I don't really understand what the argument was about. I didn't get it because Johnny called her and said, hey girl, we're gonna need about $14,000-$15,000 more from you if we're gonna make this wedding happen. Regardless if you change venues or what or not, your wedding plan is telling you I need $14,000-$15,000 more from you if you want this wedding to happen. From what I've been hearing or what I've heard behind the scenes, she was also upset because she called Greg too and told Dr. G that we need this extra money, and apparently they were arguing. So I don't know at what point during the conversation that's what we saw, but what we saw was her talking to the wedding planner. Her sister looked like she was trying to comfort her, but she didn't want it, and it turned into this whole meltdown that she had. I didn't understand it.
It just came out of nowhere. For me, what like her sister was trying to say, let me help you, let me talk to him. Then she just went off. But the thing about it is, when I found out who the wedding planner was, we know who that is, right?
We know Johnny from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
He already sketchy.
With Candy.
Why all of a sudden, out the blue, especially after I done paid you your money to help us with this thing, are you feeling a certain kind of way?
The whole thing in February when it was like, we're relieving you of your full-time duties, I felt that we could have been close enough to have a conversation.
Let's understand this. The reason why you were let go was because you have your side company. And then whenever you get good and ready, you'll put your side business before what you got to do for me. So it was business.
First of all, why did you need an additional $14,000 with those clear plastic chairs that was at that wedding?
Listen, I ain't in the business of questioning people's business. You let
Maurice,
Johnny do what
did you
Johnny
see those chairs?
All I'm saying is,
And the vapes, the things hanging from the ceiling,
If,
that wasn't $14,000.
Listen, all I'm saying is this: if their
Johnny
original
pocket
budget,
that money.
if their original budget was $10,000, and he called and he needed an additional $14,000 to $15,000, that means that the budget doubled plus another 50% onto that. Like it doubled 150%. And I'm
Johnny
looking at this
pocketed
budget, I'm looking
$8,000.
at the decor, and the decor just ain't matching
It ain't.
what they're paying for.
It
Beautiful
ain't.
wedding though, because they had
It
that
ain't.
aluminum foil coming down the aisle. It was, you know, the aluminum foil was there. It just, the numbers just wasn't computing. The math.
The math was not mathing, right?
It just didn't give me $25,000. But you know, because they're somewhat of a celebrity, that's maybe what it was. But the gag was, honey, when Dr. Heavenly and Dr. David walked up to the door, maybe their name wasn't on the list.
Would you think that was kind of like over dramatic of Sweet Tea to like make that decision last minute? Because think about it, he is friends with Dr. G. Now you kind of just like put him out.
I don't know, Trey. Now let me say this. Yes, Dr. G and Dr. Damon are friends, but the women are bickering. The women are kind of not getting along at this particular point. Now, I think a lot of people was confused on, well, girl, why is you mad with Heavenly? Like, what did you get mad with Heavenly for? But I can kind of see why Sweet Tea is a little upset with Heavenly, because like we saw a scene earlier where her and Heavenly went out and she kind of confided into some things with Heavenly, told Heavenly that Dr. G is a little controlling.
I probably was right about a few things about him. Like what? He will do things that's controlling.
Like how he like played.
Was required.
Right. How he played and pretended that, you know, someone came in the house on him at gunpoint because she didn't keep the alarm on. Like Dr. G is a psychologist. He plays.
He's psychotic.
But she kind of confided in Heavenly, and what we did find out was that she was also enrolled in Dr. Heavenly's Heavenly University and stuff like that. So they have some type of relationship. So to see Heavenly, you know, laughing, oh, quiet, you know, and it's my bachelorette party, we supposed to be friends. I'm looking at her sideways like, well, bitch, wait a minute. And I would be looking at Phaedra sideways too. Like, you're supposed to be my friend. Y'all, it's almost like they are playing both sides of the fence. It's like they're being two-faced. So yes, I kind of see where she's coming from with that.
I don't think either of them owe Sweet Tea anything, because if you think about it, they're friends with Dr. G. They've been friends with Dr. G for years, or the case may be. Of course, now he has a new woman and they want to confide in her. They want to make her feel safe space. So of course, that's what they're giving. But at the end of the day, their friend is still quiet. So if you come into a room where I haven't seen you in a while, and yes, it may be at your ex-husband's or your ex-boyfriend's new person's thing, I'm going to be excited to see you, Maurice, if I ain't seen you in a couple months or a couple weeks.
Trey, put some context to it. Remember, at the very, very first episode with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly went to go see Phaedra. Have you spoken to Quad? No, Quad said she needs space. Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie went to go see Phaedra. Phaedra, like, questioned her. Why in the world did you think it was a good idea for you to bring Quad to her? We haven't spoken with Quad in months. People reach out to her. Quad don't return telephone calls. Dr. Jackie said she only return calls, come around when it's convenient for her. So if Quad has been removed from this mix, these ladies are building a relationship with this woman. We also have to remember, these people hang out with each other outside of filming too. So they've been getting to know Sweet Tea through Dr. G. But now that Quad comes around, it's like y'all flipping on me just a little bit. Or y'all doing this two-faced stuff. You gotta watch out for bitches like that. You gotta watch out for them. And especially Phaedra, which we still ain't seen her man yet. We still ain't seen her man yet.
You know, Maurice, I was thinking about that.
Where is the medicine?
I was thinking about that. No, I was thinking about that when she got in the car at the wedding. I was like, I could hear Maurice saying, "Where is the man?"
Right.
Where is
the
he?
Man, girl?
He coming. He coming.
He ain't coming. He ain't gonna
Be
show
patient.
his face. It's an emoji tray. They are playing in our face with Phaedra.
But you gotta admit, Phaedra has been a great addition to this season. Think about what she's doing outside of the show. Like when she does the Instagram Lives videos with the people and they're watching it live. You gotta think about it. Even like that clip that I got that went viral.
You know what I'm saying? I picked my own house. I did everything. You know what I'm saying? And Daddy just flowed on with it.
Well, she didn't have an opportunity to pick her own home. She clearly just moved into my previous home.
Oh my. Oh my.
So she didn't have
Okay.
So I hear what you're saying, Heavenly. I truly do.
Like, those things are entertaining. Phaedra is always entertaining. She's always going to give you some entertainment to watch. And shout out to Dr. Heavenly for following me on Twitter. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly.
Giving us a bunch of lies. Just like she sat right there and told Dr. Jackie and all them that she met Apollo when they was in the 12th grade. Girl, you and Apollo are 5 years apart. So if you met Apollo when you was in the 12th grade, that means he was in what grade, Trey?
He could have been in the 9th grade.
No. 5 years. Go on down a level.
He could have been in the 9th grade. There could have been
7th grade. No,
he could have been.
Years apart, Trey.
But some schools put you in the same school, so he could be in the 8th grade. It could have been a school that was from 8 to 12.
Baby, it's wrong. Even if he was in the 12th grade, that would have put her out of college. Phaedra, girl, what is you doing? You coming over here with them same lies. You're right. She's great television.
You have never been a fan of Phaedra. You have never been a fan of Phaedra.
It's a mess.
You know what was funny? When Dr. Heavenly and Jackie went to her house and they was explaining how all this different decorations, baby, editing is so petty and messy for the way to show what was going on. Different spots of her house.
Furniture here. We got modern furniture here. We got a little Christmas tree over here. We got the Easter bunny over there. Phaedra got a little bit of everything in her house. So let's move on to Real Housewives of Potomac. Trey, what's on your mind about the Potomac Housewives?
Let me tell you, I'm going to just start off with this way. I have never, since I've been watching Real Housewives of Potomac, I have never, ever been a fan of Ashley. And I continue to not be a fan of Ashley. She is one fake, vindictive, lying, screwed up individual.
Wait a minute, where does all of this coming from?
So this is my thing. She always comes back with some type of tea and it be spilled the wrong way. It's always the wrong way. So she comes to Wendy, right? And she tells Wendy some information and a conversation that she had with this new girl who's also Nigerian, Nneka. And then she basically explains it the wrong way. The whole conversation is misconstrued and just mixed up. But even after they fix that situation, when Wendy, in this most recent episode, trying to, deflect the whole situation, here's Ashley, who's supposed to be Wendy's friend. Oh yeah, she ain't trying to have the conversation. She's trying to deflect. That's what you do when you deflect. How you supposed to be my friend, Maurice? If that was you, and you was in that situation, I'm not gonna be sitting here talking to somebody who's low-key another enemy of mine. Yeah, that's how Maurice deflect. That's not being a friend. That's fake, phony.
Well, what Trey is talking about is what had happened was Ashley is friends with Nneka. Okay, she's the new girl, the new Valley girl in town. So apparently Nneka and Wendy are from the same Nigerian tribe. However, Ashley read an article that basically said that Wendy's family was thrown out of the tribe, and I think they're Oso or Ibu or something like that.
Oso.
But apparently that's what the article said. Ashley basically went back and told Wendy that Nneka was talking about her and said that she was Oso, and that's not what she said. Ashley was the one who said it, and she explained to Ashley what it meant. But Ashley went back and told Wendy, she said that you was also, y'all is banished from the island. You were the weakest link. What else transpired was that apparently Wendy's mom contacted one of Nneka's husband's cousins, told them that she was going to pray against her and put her name in a shrine. Now they talking about people doing witchcraft and voodoo and all kinds of stuff like that. I was kind of disgusted about all of that. And Ashley, you are absolutely right. She is to blame for all of this. Now, what I don't agree with you on is people talking about Wendy was deflecting. How was Wendy deflecting?
I don't think she was.
Oh, okay. Because I was like,
no, I'm saying, but that's what they were saying on the episode. They were saying she's deflecting. I don't think she was deflecting. She said what she had to say about the topic, and then she addressed the whole situation she had with Mia. I don't need to argue with you. I don't need to continue to have this conversation with you about something that ain't got nothing to do with me. And how you gonna be mad at me if my mom called you?
Candace was saying Wendy really doesn't have any control about what her mother did or does.
Yeah.
Like her mama is like, well, that's my baby. I'm going into protective mode or whatever. You know, you better ask about me because my prayers reach the Father, honey. It ain't no voodoo. My prayers go up, okay? And they go beyond the ceiling. The Father hears me clearly. Hallelujah. Okay? And the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So don't put that on me talking about, my mom practices witchcraft and voodoo and stuff like that. All of that is a stretch to me. And I think what's even more sad is now you got the husband going back and forth with each other because they mad that allegedly Eddie unfollowed Ike off of Facebook. Now, I will say this. I believe that part is true. I do believe that once Wendy told her husband, Happy Eddie, about what's going on.
Don't call him Happy Eddie.
I ain't fucking with him no more. And so he unfollowed him on Facebook. All of that part seemed very true to me because their facial expressions, their body language, it was saying it all. What was blowing me was how they was trying to pretend like they didn't know each other. And they went to school with each other.
Well, allegedly. Allegedly they went to school together. But the thing about it is that you can go to school with somebody and not know them.
But they served on the same, I think the Nigerian or the Black Student Union or something like that.
That don't mean they know each other. They don't mean they know each other. And you know how many people on Facebook that I'm friends with on Facebook that I don't know? If I happen to have you as a Facebook friend and you do something that I don't like, it's my privilege. It's my Facebook. I can unfriend whoever the hell I want to unfriend. Hell, there was once a time in my life where I unfriended my best friend. But, you know, it happens. So
y'all been giving social media too much energy, child. I ain't got time to be unfollowing people. If they get mad,
the thing about it is that it's not that serious.
If you don't want to talk to me, you don't got to talk to me no more. If you mad at me, stay mad at me, bitch. I'm not going to unfollow you. I think that's just too much energy. I just think so.
Well, I unfollow people because if I feel like I don't want to see... So let's say, for example, I've unfollowed a person before because they say one thing on social media, but in real life it's this thing. And I don't want to see the fakeness that they're giving on social media because it's just irritating. So I'm just going to unfollow you because I don't want to see the shit.
Social media is not real life, Trey.
Exactly.
So what difference does it make? Let the people fake the funk on the ground.
And you don't have to see it. You can meet somebody and believe that they're one way, and then you see that they're not, and then they're still doing this on social media. I don't want to see that toxicity. I don't want to see it.
That's why you can't really base meeting someone or knowing someone on what you see on social media because it's not real. Social media is a highlight of a moment in time. What people want you to see. You know the real tea about people, and so if you do, you just laugh and snicker and send it to other friends like, girl, look at this girl. She is lying. I want to follow everybody because I want to see all of the lies. I want to see all of the lies that y'all be telling. I got something.
It's on the other side, Maurice. That side. The other side. Right there. It still ain't come off. There you go. Let's talk about Juan Dixon.
I am so glad that Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Juan Dixon finally decided to show his face, bring his present and his penis to an event.
Right. He ain't got no job, baby. Of course he gonna come.
That's what I was gonna say. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Mia that said, of course he gonna be here. He ain't got no job. What he can do? Sit at home, watch TV?
Listen,
baby.
He ain't working no more. He was like, okay, baby, well, if this the only check we got coming in, I'm gonna help you get this check. Karen started bringing up differences that women have. Child, he politely walked right on out, went over there, knocked over the food, set the goddamn place on fire. No, y'all ain't got no money to be paying for them people carpeting that damn place, child.
Right.
He showed up, though, and he even gave Karen a hug.
Mia and her husband. So when they arrived at the pickle event, pickleball, whatever, that thing, it just, for me, felt kind of odd how they both arrived separately. But I think, honestly, throughout this entire season so far, we've seen between this episode and last episode, like, even when Karen came over to Mia's house, he came over to the house to pick up the kids and then take them to the park. It already seems like that they already separated. Yeah. Everything just seems awkwardly between them. It feels like he's already living somewhere else rather than that apartment where they're at.
I agree. To me, it's obvious that Mia and Gordon are separated, but they're just keeping it up for camera time right now. But I think in the coming episodes, we're probably going to see, or they're going to admit or reveal to everyone that they are separate. Because you're right, they came in separate cars. They're very disconnected. It's obvious. Next week on Married to Medicine, we're going to see this whole funeral scene that Phaedra done concocted.
Phaedra is just the season.
We're going to find out who in the casket, which my money is probably Quad. She's bringing Quad back to life.
Well, we saw her in the clip. He is there.
I see Quad in white. Everybody else is in black.
That might be a moment where Phaedra's trying to bring them back together.
She's not qualified to be.
She's carrying this season on her back. She carried this season on her back, just like Drew Sidora did last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She carried it on her back.
Who's carrying this season on their back is Sweet Tea. That's why this season on. Come on, Trey.
You're reaching. We are
4 episodes in, and all 4
and we talk about Quad. And we talk about Quad. Every episode we've talked about Quad.
Girl, we talked about Quad, but Quad ain't really been around honey. She in her tub.
And we're still talking about it. That's why she's showing up.
Sweet Tea is carrying this season so far. I like Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea don't even have enough back to carry anything on.
Well, she's obviously something 4 episodes in. It's been all about her.
No, but it's been all about Quad.
Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching this episode of The Wine Up. Again, make sure that you like this video, comment below and tell us how you feel. Share it on all of your social media platforms. And we will see you guys next week. And remember, tell yourself what?
You are
Good enough. Bye, y'all.